So coming off a very interesting UFC 260 card on the weekend, the main headline coming out of that card is that we have a new world heavyweight champion in Francis Ngannou, who knocked Stipe Miocic out in the second round. But now that that event's all done with, there's one question on everyone's mind, and that is Ngannou going to fight Jon Jones next, and how is it going to go? So with Ngannou being the new heavyweight champion in the world, there are only two contenders really that can go for that title shot in my opinion, and that is Derek Lewis and Jon Jones. And if I had to choose out of the two contenders, I think I'd be with everyone else and going with Jon Jones, because that is a much more interesting fight, and probably the hardest fight for Ngannou. There are many reasons why Jon Jones is a good matchup for Ngannou, but on the other side as well, there's a lot of reasons why Ngannou is a good matchup for Jon Jones. They are both 6'4" in height. Jon Jones comes in with a 1 inch advantage on the reach, but that's hardly anything. You know Ngannou's going to be pressurising him if they do fight. So let's get into the breakdown of this fight and get into our predictions. So, we all know what Ngannou's going to try and do, and he's going to try and knock Jon Jones out, probably in the first or second round. There's no way he's going to last Jon Jones through 5 rounds and get a decision out of it. So what Jon Jones has got to do is stay away from that power, because Ngannou's power is like no other fighter we've ever seen. And Jon Jones needs to stay away from his power, use his reach. I know he's only got 1 inch reach more than Ngannou, but he is very good in other fights at utilising that reach to make his opponent stay away from him. But he's going to have very good footwork to get away from him, because Ngannou has got pretty good footwork and he does rush a lot on his opponents. So if he can stay away from that power, he has a pretty good chance, but it's easier said than done, because that's what everyone tries to do with him. But what do they all end up doing? Getting knocked out by him. Jon Jones has also versed a lot of opponents in his career. I'm pretty sure he has 26 wins and now 1 disqualification from Matt Hamill. But in them fights, he has versed opponents with a lot of power, notably Rampage Jackson, and he was going to fight Anthony Rumble Johnson, which would have been a good indication if he had fought him to see how well he would do against Francis Ngannou. But when he versed Rampage Jackson, he literally dominated him. Rampage Jackson had no answer for him, and in the end, he did rear naked choke him at the end. So he has versed opponents with power, but as I said earlier in the video, there's no one with power like Francis Ngannou. So if Jon Jones can utilise what he's used in other fights, then he has a good chance against him. But we never know, do we? So what is the game plan that Jon Jones will probably take into this fight? And the first one is to weigh him down. Stipe Miocic in the first fight they had, he wore him down, he wrestled him, and then Ngannou had no energy to utilise his knockout power, which was a very good strategy from Miocic, and it worked. But sadly this time, in the second fight, he did get knocked out and he did get caught. So what is going to be key for Jon Jones is to weigh him down and stay out of trouble for them first 2 rounds. And first 2 rounds, he's going to be so dangerous. He's going to be coming up in like an absolute wrecking train. But he just needs to be calm, patient, utilise his footwork and his reach, his 1 inch reach that he's got. And just try and not get knocked out. As I mentioned, Stipe Miocic used a lot of wrestling on Francis Ngannou. And I know Stipe is a very good wrestler in his own, I'll take nothing away from him on that, but I think that Jon Jones is a much better wrestler than him. He's got that Greco-Roman background, which is that he'll be very good in the clinch, and he's very good at taking people down. He's got he's probably not going to be able to use it much, because I don't see Ngannou going for a takedown against him if they do fight, but he's got that in his background. He's very, very good at wrestling, and his ground and pound is absolutely amazing. So if he can utilise them, then he will have a chance of weighing him down. Probably not in the first couple of rounds, because he's going to have to try and mix it up with his striking and his takedowns, because as you've seen when Cain Velasquez tried to clinch with Ngannou, he got knocked out. So he's going to have to mix it up, go high and then go low, and then try and get him down to the floor. There is one thing that Jon Jones must not do in this fight, and that is engage in a brawl with Francis Ngannou, because we all know how that's going to end up. Jon Jones will be flat on his back with his eyes closed, and it'll be night-night from there. But literally, Jon Jones needs to stay out of trouble, utilise his wrestling, and I think it'll be good. In my prediction, he will win this fight. If this fight does happen, he will be the heavyweight champion of the world. I know it's his first fight at heavyweight, but he's so tall, and he's so good with his skill, his background, his everything about his mixed martial arts game will get him through this fight. I understand Ngannou is an absolute beast. He will be a very good fighter for many years, but I think Jon Jones will have him on this one. So if you like this video, please give it a like. Please be sure to leave your predictions down below. I'm happy to hear every prediction that you have, even if it's agreeing with me or disagreeing with me. Let's have a discussion in the comments about it. So please like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.